Today we're going to talk about transverse abdominal breathing, which is also known as belly pumping. Sometimes people refer to this as giving your baby a hug. This is completely safe and is encouraged to do to strengthen that pelvic floor and core muscles to help prevent or reduce diastasis recti after pregnancy. Belly pumping is just a diaphragmatic breath that intentionally lengthens the pelvic floor on the inhale while activating those deep core muscles on the exhale portion of the same breath. Until you really learn how this all feels together, I want you to start by lying on your back. If you're further along in your pregnancy, I recommend throwing a pillow behind you just to make you more comfortable. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down on our back and we're gonna lay flat. And the first part of our move, on that inhale, we are going to lengthen our pelvic floor, rest our transverse abdominals. Everything's gonna be nice and relaxed. And then on that inhale, we're gonna first start by lifting up that pelvic floor. And then right after, it's literally milliseconds before, we're gonna wrap that TVA around and keep it all nice and tight. We should still be able to breathe. This isn't sucking your stomach into your spine. It isn't holding your breath. Okay, we really just want to engage our deep pelvic floor muscles and our transverse abdominals into this breath. So watch my stomach as I do the move. So I'm on the inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to make a sound to really engage. So it's a really hard S as you push that air out, okay? So we're on the inhale. Again, we're gonna inhale. You should really feel that pelvic floor come together and draw up. Then that transverse abdominals are wrapping around like a corset around your body. Again, you're still able to breathe. And then we're gonna relax it all again. Okay, so I'm gonna try to move my hands so you guys can really see what my stomach and transverse abdominals are doing here. We're going to inhale. You shouldn't feel any movement in that spine. Everything should be really controlled in those abdominal muscles here. Once you got a good understanding of what muscles are working, having that pelvic floor come up first and then wrapping, then you could do this in a seated position, a tabletop position on your side, and then eventually the idea would be to be able to throw this in with your exercise. So I am gonna show you in a tabletop position. Okay, which is typically more comfortable if you are pregnant, further along. It's a little bit more comfortable than laying on your back. But again, we want that neutral spine. We don't want movement here. Okay, so remember we are going on the inhale, we're relaxing, we're lengthening that pelvic floor. And then on that exhale, we are drawing that pelvic floor together and up and then wrapping that TVA, okay? So. Good job. So definitely make sure you're making that mind to muscle connection. That's really gonna make sure these things are working together. Make sure you have a good foundation of activating that pelvic floor correctly, drawing it up, and also how to activate that transverse abdominals correctly to bring them around. Having a good foundation of the two will make this easier when we're bringing it together in this deep core breath.